Cultural competence and the LGBTQ patient. I'm Charles Johnson, and this is my class, Interprofessional Communications and Improving Patient Outcomes. And my professor is Professor Marissa Tierney, and I go to United States University. I'm in their RN to BSN program. So I'm going to be talking about why is cultural competence important with regard to the LGBTQ population. Well, although there's been positive steps going forward, the LGBTQ community still faces barriers in healthcare. Studies show that few institutions collect data on gender identity, just making it challenging to measure the quality, treatment decisions, and the outcomes of healthcare provided to the transgender patients and members of the LGBTQ community. So what can we do? Well, for starters, we can be kind, and we can know that many LGBTQ people have difficulty acquiring health care where they feel they are accepted, understood, and do not fear discrimination. Some ways that can be used by healthcare providers include improving basic communication, avoiding assumptions and stereotypes, and using preferred pronouns and names. So go ahead and use their preferred pronoun. Don't feel uncomfortable doing that. That's what they prefer. Registered nurses, advanced practice nurses, and physicians are encouraged to become trained in how to provide respectful quality care to LGBT. Oh, I messed up. See, even I gotta be checked sometimes with the lettering. It's LGBTQ, and I made that error. So let's see. We gotta identify the barriers that affect the LGBTQ population, and there has been a great lack of LGBT education in nursing schools, according to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services. In a 5-year period in the early 2000s, there were 8 articles regarding LGBT health out of 5,000 articles in the top 10 nursing journals. And ultimately, many just did not realize this is a problem, that they are going without health care due to fear and lack of knowledge among healthcare professionals. Well, we got to create the environment. Healthy People 2020 formed a goal to improve the well-being, safety, and health of the LGBT patient population. You got to educate yourself on the LGBTQ population and keep on going with that. Don't just stop, because there's a lot I don't know, and then sometimes they add. They're very inclusive, so they just add a lot of people in the community to it as well, and they will be you will be more comfortable caring for them if you educate your staff. So I cut that off there. And the LGBT symbol, non-discrimination statement, can be placed at the front desk in the clinic's patient's waiting area. This lets them know that yes, we're an ally, or we welcome you here. And often they don't get that message. Creating the environment, asking questions about sexual orientation and gender identity is okay to implement appropriate care for the LGBTQ patients. Provide content on clinic's admission form that asks questions pertinent to providing patients the opportunity to self-identify as LGBTQ. Accept that you might be ignorant to the patient's way of identifying themselves. And I do, because I'm still unaware of a lot of things. The nurse advocate and the LGBT. Nurses should provide all patients with culturally competent care, as well as be inclusive and ethical care. Okay, so nurses should work to decrease health disparities and discrimination against the LGBTQ community. Nurse educators can increase knowledge of LGBTQ plus needs by incorporating the subject into their courses. Oh, look at that. I spelled courses wrong. Yeah. But yes, ultimately, don't think you know everything. I sometimes still have to be reminded that I don't know everything about the LGBTQ community, and I consider myself an ally, and I know I have friends that are in the LGBTQ community, but I don't know everything. Try to be aware of all cultures, different cultures, including the LGBT, period, but not in a know-it-all kind of way. So I try not to think that I know it all as well. If I know something, I can help somebody, I can educate them on it. That's good, but I don't know it all. And check your preconceived notions. Be aware of how other people may view you. Oh, I meant to say view you. You see that? Look at that. Yeah, view you. Even if you know that you're not that way. So if you're coming off as a certain way, you got to be aware of that and be willing to apologize, be kind, be open, be efficient, and provide that quality care. So these are my references, and I even included myself because this is something near and dear to me, and I've written about it several times, and I just want to, share that. But I hope that you learned something today, and I hope that you will go ahead and treat the LGBT community as the way they need to be treated and provide them quality health care as healthcare professionals. And thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.